Anita is too good to be true. She is so smart. She is so caring and so energetic. The number of her community and philanthropic and civic engagements is overwhelming. And when you would see her at an event or meeting of a board, you would say, I can't believe she's doing this. And then a month later, you'd see her at another place, and she just has been such a essential part, an enormous part of all the good that's going on in our community. I don't know how she has the energy, yet she always appears calm and relaxed and energetic. She's also so thoughtful that she doesn't come to a meeting to just sit there and be gently supportive. She's got things to offer. And more recently, working with her on the Charleston Promise neighborhood, and of course she was a teacher by training, it is so thrilling to see her delve into the details of this phenomenal opportunity we have for our community. The upper part of Charleston, lower part of North Charleston, those 4 schools and all the kids, and she's helping find the right CEO. She's helping with the strategic plan. You're just so lucky you have this brilliant woman who is using her mind and her energy and her heart and so generous with her resources to make this community better. Anita Zucker is for every day, a birthday gift to our community.
I feel like I've always known Anita. In my adult life, I don't know a time when I haven't known Anita and Jerry and the family, and I've been fortunate enough to know her personally. We've been together in Park City when they were out there skiing. We had Hanukkah parties together. We've served on a lot of boards.
A lot of boards together, shared life cycle events with each other through weddings, bar mitzvahs. I feel like she is family. I feel like a lot of what we do parallels each other, and by the way that we have chosen to live our life, I almost think of Anita as family. I mean, we don't talk every day, but I feel like a really close connection with her.
We needed her to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we hope she knows that we would be there for her too.
Of course, Anita is ever present in the community. There's hardly any community group or board that she hasn't served on. And when Anita calls you to ask you to participate in something, you of course have to say yes because she's doing it, and you know that she's at least as busy as you are and is totally committed to it, and you just can't possibly say no to Anita. So whenever she picks up the phone, I just immediately say yes because I know that there's no debate about it.
I remember a phone call that I received from her right around Christmas time, and she was Christmas shopping with her children, buying Christmas presents for kids who wouldn't get Christmas presents. And that kind of involvement, that kind of engagement of the whole family in helping the community celebrate, but also helping the community learn how to give, I think is really the inspiration.
I came to Charleston 17 years ago, and Anita was one of the first people I was introduced to. Dr. Ted Stern introduced me to Anita and said, Rita, here's a woman that I really want you to get to know, that she is all about education, she loves the community, and it's someone that I am that's one of my dearest friends. And I said, well, Dr. Stern, if she is a friend of yours, I definitely want to get to know her and make her my friend.
Really, my first encounter with Anita was when she herself was a patient. I got to know her most when Jerry was sick and himself, and I took care of him.
I think I've known Anita almost the entire time I've been at the Chamber, and I've been there 22 years. Sort of my first immediate memory of her was when she was chairman of the Chamber. And at that time, her youngest son was probably 7 or 8 years old. So, and he's, a complete grown up now with a life on his own. So, Anita's sort of been one of those people that have always been there at the Chamber.
I have known Anita since she was a third grade teacher at Lambs Elementary School, and I've always loved Anita from that time forward. If you look at all of the educational success that we have in our community, from pre-kindergarten through graduate school, you'll find Anita's hand in just about all of it.
Anita and I met each other advocating for education reform and improving education in South Carolina. As a well-known business leader, she seeks out policy advisors who share her views about the value of public education and the impact that education can have on the workforce and therefore the economy.
Anita Zucker is a friend to every educator. And the Anita Zucker that I know is a friend to everyone needing an education, whether that's kindergarten through graduate school.
Well, who doesn't know Anita? 13 years ago, I became president and CEO of Trident United Way. I met Anita the very first week that I moved into town. You know, she has served in every major volunteer role and capacity of our organization, whether it's on the fundraising side, on the program development side, and being the board chair.
Anita and I first met at Rotary Club of Charleston, and when I first met Anita, instantly I was just amazed and awed at this very wonderful woman who exuded some tremendous leadership for the Rotary Club of Charleston. So I got to experience firsthand her leadership abilities, the way she conducted the meetings, and it was just such poise, but she always stayed on task and held us all accountable to make sure that we got the task done.
She was literally the first person, she and Jerry, that I went out to dinner with. Jane and I went out to dinner at Tree Stand in the first week when I arrived at the college, which was February 1st, 2007. So she was literally the first, let's say, external person who wasn't actually working at the college that I met with.
When I came here in 2004, I wanted to start Principal for a Day, where business leaders get to come in and shadow principals. And Jerry and Anita were my first big fish. If Anita had not gotten on board with Principal for a Day, we never would have been able to launch that program and make it as prestigious as it became. It was a great beginning, and we've been friends ever since.
I met Anita over 20 years ago when I was the principal of Morningside Middle School in North Charleston. She made an appointment and came to my office and introduced herself. She told me that she was there as representative of the Chamber of Commerce. My first reaction was, yeah, here's some business person coming to try to tell me how to do my job. But then she told me she was a teacher. So she got my attention very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, I still have the original business card that she gave me. Not only did she have her business number on the front, but she said, if there's anything I can do to help you or your school or your community, you contact me. And a lot of times you can't reach me at work, so here's my home phone number and my home fax number. And if I'm not there, just leave a message and I'll call you back. And there were times that I did call and I left a message with one of the children or the housekeeper, and she'd get right back with me.
I'm telling you, people come forward with the best that they have. When Anita is in the game, I'm telling you, everybody ups their game. It's been almost 20 years since I've known Anita Zucker. We used to have something called the Tuesday morning group, where it was just 6 or 7 people from the community that met with at the time. She brings the best, and she gets it from everybody else around her. So everybody doesn't have that. That's a gift. I wish I had it, but I don't. But, she has that. I've never seen Anita on a bad day.
Anita and I grew up together in Jacksonville, Florida, and she was always very good friends with my sister. And it was a wonderful place to grow up and a wonderful community to nurture your values. And I hope that that's a part of what made Anita what she is. It's a natural for her. She doesn't put on airs, and she's never forced to do anything. It is who she is. She's generous because it's in her heart and it shows in her actions.
Well, it seems like I've known Anita forever, but I originally got to know her because of Jerry. When we first started Jewish Studies, he wanted to put together a prestigious advisory board, and Jerry was prestigious, and he agreed to serve on the board. And Jerry and Anita were a twosome. They did things together.
I met Anita 20 or so years ago, back when my children were at North Charleston High School, and I was on the Booster Club, and we worked with Anita. They rewarded our kids for helping clean up the street along where their office is, but also where the stadium is, and it was an opportunity for our children to learn respect for property, but also learn that by your efforts of doing something within the community, you can be rewarded for doing it. And our relationship and friendship has grown dramatically in those 20 years to where she's just one of the most wonderful people I have an opportunity to work with in the community.
Anita, we have one other thing in common. Today is my birthday too. Happy birthday to you. I am at this moment in Washington, D.C. at an annual meeting of the Conference of Mayors, and quite likely will have been at the White House today. And if the President is told it's my birthday and congratulates me, I'll let him know that it's your birthday too. Happy birthday.